Hi everyone. Last week we had our first call, which was an introductory call, and we discussed a number of things regarding the program that is coming up. This is the developer program that is coming up, and we discussed a number of things. And I also promised that I am going to be uploading that content on YouTube, but then I decided to put everything on a summarized video so that I can save your time when you are going through this content. So I wanted to give you filtered content just in case you missed the first video, the first meeting, so that you have quick information instead of watching about an hour long video just to get some information that can be compressed into say 20 minutes. So among the things that we discussed was the scope of the program that is coming up, and the scope is going to be divided into four or five. The first one is the front end. Of course, we are going to be studying front end technologies, and then you have our core languages, which we are going to also examine. Then we have backend, and we will have databases, and then from there we are going to have a project. Which is a capstone project that every trainer will have to complete, not as an exam, but as a way of making sure that we have put together all the skills that we have learned, making the course or the program rather, very effective. Now, in the front-end technologies, we are going to study two technologies, and that's going to be React.js and Next.js. So we are going to be exploring those two technologies in depth and make sure that people can actually go ahead and build projects with those two technologies. And then in the backend, we are going to focus on Frapp framework. So there is nothing else we're going to do on the backend. There are many technologies out there that for backend like Django and all that, but on this program, we are focusing on the Frapp framework only for the backend. And then in the databases, again, we are keeping things lean and simple. We are going to do MySQL. Again, because MySQL is the database query language that Frapp uses. So we are going to focus on that. Again, considering that this is a 1-year course, we don't have a lot of time to study so many technologies. But once we introduce one, then people can go ahead and scale into other technologies depending on what you will be needing individually. Now, how those things are going to be spread is that we are going to have the first foundation technologies. That is going to be, of course, HTML and CSS. Those are like the building blocks of web development. So we are going to have 2 months of those those introductory technologies. That is HTML and CSS. We are going to study those for 2 months. And then after those 2 months, we are going to have 3 months of studying our core languages. Now, when I say core languages here, there is those core languages that we are going to be using, even when we are using React, we're using Next, we're using Frapp. All those are running on either JavaScript or Python or both. So the core languages that we want to emphasize here will be JavaScript and Python, and those are the languages that we are going to be learning for 3 months. That is after we have finished the introductory technologies of CSS and HTML. And after the 3 months of the core languages, we are going to go into the front end, and that is where we are again going to spend another 3 months, because remember here we are going to be doing Next.js and React. So we want to also give that enough time. So we are going to have 3 months there, and of course go ahead and learn those two technologies. So we split those into about 2 months React and Next.js 1 month. Again, because Next.js is just like advanced React, so we want to make sure that we understand React very well, 2 months, and then we go ahead and do Next in 1 month. And then after that, we are going to have another 2 months of backend. Remember that backend is Frapp, so we are going to have 2 months of learning Frapp only. So yeah, That's what we are going to be doing there. Remember again, Frappe has JavaScript and Python, so the technologies we have studied earlier will come in handy when we are doing Frappe. All of them in this case. For React and Next is only JavaScript. And then when you look at that now, we have 2 months and 3 months and 3 months and 2 months, making it 10 months. And then we are going to have another 1 month of the project. So we are going to have 11 months in total. That is 3 months for the foundation. Sorry, 2 months for the foundation, 3 months for the core technologies, 3 months for front-end technologies, 2 months for backend, 1 month for the project. That is 11 months. And then we are going to have 1 month, which we are going to leave as a miscellaneous, just in case anything spills over to another week. We have at least 1 extra month to cover for those spills, because we don't want the course to be more than a year long. Now, the structure we have here can be skipped. So if you have registered here and you're already good in some technologies like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, Python, and all that, and all what you're interested in is Frappe, then we can organize that. All right. So you don't have to sit here and follow the entire course. You can skip some of these things that you're already good at and go ahead and straight away maybe learn Frappe only and then do the project. The way that we are going to certify you is through the project. And this project must be a front end, which you are going to choose either you want to use React or Next, and then the backend is going to be Frappe. So that is the only requirement that we need to certify you. All right. So if you're already good in React or Next, and maybe the only thing you want to study is Frappe, then you can register that on Telegram, and then we are going to go ahead and of course train you that. And remember, everything again is for free. Even if you skip directly to Frappe, it's going to be free. So for this first batch, we are not charging anybody anything. Everything is free. I'm not sure about the subsequent batches, but this one I guarantee that no one is going to pay anything. So yes. And the official dates, the official launch dates for this course is going to be the 7th of December this year. So this program I am going to be training personally, and therefore we are going to be having our sessions every Thursday. I'm going to be communicating the exact time later, but the training is going to be every Thursday. All right, that's going to be a one-on-one training program between you and I. Now, I am going to be releasing the videos that we are going to be discussing on Thursdays in advance, so that we can save time. So on Thursday, when we come on Thursday, we are not going to be like coding new things live, but rather I will have released the video way earlier in the week, so you can go ahead and watch the video and practice what you can practice. And then on Thursday, we are going to just make sure that we have connected and we are just discussing the things that you will have found maybe critical, or the things that have challenges, and we can go ahead and discuss those. Also, the other important thing that we discussed during our first call is the communication channels. So we are going to be communicating through 2 main channels, and that is going to be Telegram and Facebook. So those are closed groups, so not anyone can join. For you to join those programs, you will need to first of all register on our website, that is upeocode.com. The link to that is on the description of this video. Once you register there, you are going to receive an email which is going to contain the instructions on how to join the Telegram and the Facebook groups. Also, it is important that you follow my LinkedIn and Twitter, because also again a lot of communication is going to be happening through those channels. Other than that, the other thing that we said is that people are supposed to discuss a lot, because remember, the people who are learning these programs have different levels of knowledge. There are those that are just starting. By starting, I mean they want to start with the basics, the foundation technologies of CSS and HTML. And there are those others that are already good in those. They have coded for years in those things. They even know JavaScript. Some even know Python. So it's very important that wherever you are, keep asking questions. Don't wait for Thursday. Whatever it is that you need help with, just ask on the groups. And I'm sure that people are going to engage you and start helping you. So again, don't wait for the 7th of December. Just get started, because we have a lot to learn between now and then, so that once we get started there, we're just going to move very fast, and probably even depending on the speed that we're going to pick up, complete the program in record time. That's going to be way less than a year. Other than that, let me mention that I am also going to be partnering with companies that want to hire developers. So if you are diving into this and you are new, then what you need to do is just put in effort, because there is a lot of demand out there for Frapp developers, for front-end developers and all that. The only thing you need to be good at is what you do. So make sure you put in effort. I will be partnering with companies so that they can give the developers that graduate from this program jobs. Other than that, the people also that you are learning with, some of them are owners of companies. That is why I'm saying that it's very important that you start asking questions and networking. Again, the importance of these groups are also for networking. So make sure that you network with your peers, and that way you may find yourself landing a job, landing a contract, and all that kind of stuff. So we really want to empower people in different ways, and that is my personal objective. So make sure you put up effort and do your best. And after that, I'm sure that we are going to all like it the way this is going to end. That is what we discussed in our first meeting. We are going to have other subsequent meetings even before the 7th of December. But most importantly, what I want to start seeing is activities on those groups. Start asking questions. If you are very new to programming and software development, and you don't even know where to start, you can ping me. I can help you set up that. I'm committing to that. I can help you set up your development environment, and then you can start learning. So since I have committed to do this program and I've promised that it's going to be free of charge, feel free to contact me anytime. I am committed to make sure that this first batch is successful without paying anything. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you in the different communication channels that we have.